In this lesson, we'll cover project files and templates. Basically, a project file in Revit is the project file that you're working on. It contains everything from the building elements to the text to your actual drawing sheets. The template is what the actual project is based upon or started with. So if you look at your screen right now, across the very top, we can see projects. These are projects that were previously opened. To the left of that are templates that you can create a new project from, such as construction, architectural, structural, and mechanical. But these aren't the only templates. There are other templates as well too. You can also make your own templates, similar to something else if you've used another CAD program, where you create new CAD files from a template. Revit is the same thing. You create a project from a template. So these templates that are listed on the left are pretty self-explanatory for what they contain. Architectural contains architectural elements to build the architectural model. Walls, furniture, floors, lighting elements. Structural contains structural elements. Reinforced concrete, structural walls, beams, rebar. Mechanical contains the mechanical elements, such as your HVAC systems, plumbing systems, electrical systems. Now, all of these can be added to each one. It's just that the template doesn't contain all of that stuff to start with. So let's say if we wanted to look at what other templates exist and maybe to make a new template. Let's click New on the left. When you click New, a window will open asking you to create a new project. And in the drop-down at the very top, you see the templates that we saw on our screen on the left: construction, architectural, structural, mechanical. But there's also a button for Browse on the right. If you click that, it will open up to the directory, either Imperial or Metric, depending upon your Revit installation, and show you the other default templates that are installed when you install Revit. Now, as you can see, there are other templates listed here. There's also a default template that really doesn't have much in it, but it has a few things. And there's another one, structural analysis, there's plumbing, and this is where you can add additional templates. Now, if you want to make a new template, suggestion would be to start with an existing template similar to what you want. For example, if we want to make a new structural template, I'm going to click Structural Analysis Default as a template that I'm going to base my new template upon, simply because it has the most of what I want to create from already in it. Go ahead and select it, click Open. It'll now load it into the drop-down, and at the very bottom, now you can choose to either create a new project from this template or to create a new template from this template. Let's choose Project Template. After you choose Project Template, click OK. This again will open the project inside of Revit, but instead of a project, it's a project template. Now, what you would do at this point is to continue to add things, load things into this template for whatever you want to set as a standard, for example. Now, when you're done, we're going to save the template. So go to the large R in the upper left, click the drop-down, go down to Save As, and you can see the only thing highlighted or available to choose is Template or Library. I can't save this as a project because we didn't create it as a project, only a template. So go ahead and click Template. Now again, it'll by default open up to that directory where we saw the templates before. And this is where you can give this a new name. So maybe I want to call this Structure 1. Now you can name this template whatever you want. I'm just using this name as an example for this lesson. Once you have the name of whatever you want, go ahead and click Save. This will save that template into that template list. Now let's go ahead and close this template that we just created. Click the X in the upper right portion of the window. Now we're back to the initial screen again, where we can see the projects that we just opened across the top previously. Families are listed on the bottom if you've done any family work, and we still have our 4 default templates here on the left. But if you click New again on the left, this again will open up the project template. You can see the 4 in the drop-down, which were the same as before. But if you click Browse now on the right, here in the list, you'll see that new template that we just created, Structure 1. Note, templates have the extension .rte. Revit projects have RVT. Select Structure 1, click Open. It'll load it into the drop-down list, and at the very bottom, you'll notice Create New is set to Project. Now again, if you wanted to make a new template, just choose Project Template, but now we want to create a new project, so go ahead and click OK. What will happen next is Revit will create a new project based upon that new template that we just created. And from this point, we would continue to design within Revit. So as a review, in this lesson, we looked at project files and templates. Project files are the actual files that are created when you create a project. They have the extension RVT. And templates are what's used to create or base a project on, extension RTE. We looked at creating a new template by first looking at the existing templates, browsing for templates, and then opening an existing template and then saving it as a new template. And then lastly, we looked at creating a project from the new template that we just created.